Hey, what's up, people? It's Stacey here from Brazen Profit Lab, and welcome back to my channel where I'm in the same t-shirt, in the same noisy location, with the same headscarf and the same glasses for 5 videos. Now, for those of you who are completely new to the Brazen Profit Lab YouTube channel, then you might be confused by just how excited I am today. This is my excited face. But if you've been here for a while or started tuning in for this series, then you will know that this is the 5th and final part of my epic online boutique launch checklist video series. And yes, I am going to pound my own drum for once here and say it's been a badass series. Excuse my French. Now, if you disagree, feel free to point me in the direction of where I can learn to deliver this type of content better. But just a pointer, we only do constructive criticism here. So if you're just like, man, this is whack, then, feel free to watch another video. Okay. Part 5 of the Online Boutique Launch Checklist video series is not going to disappoint, as this is where we take everything you've learned in the last 4 videos, all the links are down in the description box, and we really bring this baby home because we're ready to launch. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Buckle up. Let's go. Hi, I'm Stacey from Brazen Profit Lab, and welcome to my channel. I help new and aspiring online boutique owners brand build and launch their online stores quickly, confidently, and cost effectively. And if you like today's video or any video you've watched here, it would make my day, no, scratch that, my week, to get a thumbs up from you. You'll be able to find a button from that, probably somewhere over here. Actually, it's probably there, knowing me, but somewhere down here. You know how this YouTube thing works. Anywho, let's move into part 5, people. Part 5. And as you'll probably guess from the level of insights I've shared in previous videos, that I'm about to completely geek out over these strategies. And I'll tell you why. It's because what I'm about to share with you in this video is so damn effective, I would be crazy not to. But I'll let you be the judge of that. As today, we'll be looking at everything from your email sales funnel, where the money is really made in the long term, to running your first low-cost video ad campaign, and why I nearly always use this strategy before I launch anything at all. So let's dive into part 5 of this 5-part video series, where we're going to look at converting your visitors into buyers, content creation, and email sales funnels. So point number 1 is to write your email sales funnel in advance. Now, again, this is a more advanced strategy, but as I've said in previous videos, I think you're ready for it. And I also believe that if you build your business the right way the first time, you don't have to keep coming back and cleaning up stuff that you didn't do well, or going, oh, why didn't I put that in? And discovering you've maybe lost about 5-6 grand in sales because of something you could have done the front end. And one of those is your email sales funnel. Now, firstly, I'm going to explain what an email sales funnel is. And then I'm also going to explain why they're so important if you're collecting emails for your business at this point, which you should be. Okay, so first and foremost, your email sales funnel is quite simply a sequence of automated emails sent in a sequence to all new subscribers to your online boutique newsletter or any other newsletter that you write. And the purpose of this email sequence is designed to, and I'm sure you've heard this before, help your customers to know, and I'm going to take like and switch that out to love and trust you. Know, love, and trust you by introducing them to your brand, what you're about, your concept, why they should care, your best-selling products, your brand story. Are you involved in something charitable? Do you have an amazing hero story? I mean, is there something about your business that makes it really exciting? Are you using all natural fabrics? Are you cutting in a certain kind of new innovative way? You get my point. Your email sales funnel is your opportunity to build a relationship with your customer in their inbox, where you're not fighting for that attention the way you are on nearly every other platform. But there is a word here that let's not miss it, and it's a email sales funnel, which means these emails are not just being sent, for shits and giggles, excuse my French, but they're designed to generate a sale at the end of the day. So it's really important to remember, whilst you want to be building a relationship and not just being sell, because nobody really likes to be bombarded with that all the time, is to be very strategic about where you place your links, about telling stories that naturally lead to offering a product. And what you'll find with your emails is that the top of your funnel will look like this. Let's say you get 100 new subscribers in. By the time the sequence, pa, 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 I don't know where the pa, pa, pa came in, but you get the point. Imagine a pinball machine. People are going through this sales funnel, and the 100 people that went in at the top, they're not all going to come out at the end. But the ones that come out at the end, do you know who they are? Your customers. So that's why your email sales funnel is so important. Next, we're going to look at adding static content to your website. Now, what do I mean by static content? I mean pages on your website that don't change all the time or don't change sequentially. For example, your blog, what people tend to see is the latest post. That's how blog posts work. And a page and a post operate slightly differently. Now, why it's important to have static pages on your website, as we've spoken about in previous videos, and probably a little bit more, we'll go into it a bit more here, is search engine optimization. You want to make sure that your website covers the main questions that your ideal customer is going to have about your product. So whether it's how to get more out of it, whether it's how to put it together, how to wash it, how to use it, how to ship it, think about the questions that you receive the most within your inbox. And that's a great place to start for your static web pages, which is just answering the questions that you get again and again and again. Now, not only is this great for search engine optimization, but I tell you what it's great for. Stop repeating yourself all the time. Because what I actually do now is when I get questions about stuff that's answered already on the website, I can just be like, hey, I'm really excited about your interest. We've actually written a massive guide about that. Here's a link to it here. If you've got any other questions, feel free to let me know. So think about what static web pages you can create for your online boutique that A, are supremely valuable and helpful to your ideal customer, B, have been optimized for search engines to actually add value from a search engine perspective to your business, and C, just going to save you repeating yourself ad nauseum again and again and again. Because the bigger your business gets, trust me, you will get tired answering the same questions on repeat. Now, next is to add some content to your blog. Now, I'll pause here and say, if you don't plan to have a blog at all, then this is redundant. You don't need to add any content to your blog. I would say if you don't plan to have a blog, you don't plan to publish any content, you ought to have a real good reason for that, I'm not going to tell you what you should do with your life and your business, but I will say you are missing a trick if you're not publishing content, SEO optimized content for your business. Want to know what I mean by that? You'll find a link down below to let me notify you about a new training I have coming up, and I'll tentatively let you know. It's called Blog Your Brand. Now here's why it's important to add some content to your blog before you launch. And that is, when people are first discovering your new brand, your new boutique, quite often, I know I do, I'm having a little search around the store. And I'll tell you why. Even if it's not at the forefront of my mind, I'm looking for credibility markers. I'm looking for signals that puts me at ease, that lets me know, oh, this is a legit brand. This is a legit business. These guys, oh, they're speaking to me. They know what they're doing. These guys, they mean business. And one of the things that is always a bit like, oh, I'm not saying you'll never ever buy from a brand that doesn't have this, but it's when you go onto a brand and you go onto their blog and they have 2 posts written 6 months apart and nothing else, and worse still, they're not even good posts where you're like, oh, I can see you guys put a lot of effort into this. So you need to kind of decide which side of the fence you're on when it comes to the content marketing game from the get-go, I believe. And if you are on the side of yay content marketing, which I 100% am, then I want you to think about your content strategy prior to your launch and think about what it's going to take to write, edit, upload, get the images, optimize that content and get it over onto your Shopify blog if you're blogging on Shopify, or if, as I do, use another platform. I'm not going to go into all of that, but I will say that my blog connects to my store and my store connects to my blog, and that siphon, that silo of traffic. Okay, guys, drum roll. We are at the final point in this 5-part video series on online. We're at the final part of this 5-part online store launch checklist video series, the very, very final point, where we're going to talk a little bit about running your very first video ad campaign for brand awareness. Now, if it's the very first video you watched, if you haven't seen video number 1, the link's down below. I'm going to suggest you go back there because these points are very finely linked. Now, in video number 1, I spoke about getting your Facebook pixel up onto your website way before you were open for a business. At the point where you're getting launched, you're driving traffic, you're starting with your social media, you're not open for sale yet, but you're go away, but you're planning it. Now, this is where this starts to come into its own, because at this point, what you're able to do is either run an ad directly to everybody who's come to your website in your pre-launch period. You're not able to do that unless you get that pixel on from the get-go, or even if you haven't been driving any traffic to your store, or in the worst case scenario, you haven't been doing any pre-launch activities, but you still want a massive boost to brand awareness before you launch. Well, the type of ad campaign that I would suggest to run at this point would be one of the cheapest ad campaigns that you can run on the Facebook platform that is going to do something that's really, really important for you at this early stage in your business. And that is to give you data about how your audience is receiving everything you've done so far. Do they like your visuals? Do they like your naming? Do they like your selections? And what I find is that through running a cheap video ad and just paying attention to how much engagement you get, whether you get comments, likes, or by default, people are tagging their friends, what you're able to see at a very low cost is just if you're moving in the right direction. And I always use this particular conversion option within the Facebook platform. I don't want to get too much into Facebook marketing here. Before I start running website conversion ads or click to website ads or any other type of ad, I always run these cheap brand awareness campaign ads first. So if you're still here, congratulations, high five, fist bump, whatever works for you. I just need to let you know, I think you're a total legend. And the fact that you're absorbing this information fully means that you'll be better equipped to use it. And remember this, right? This is really important here. Nothing happens if nothing happens. What I mean is that you can take all this information on board, but if you don't take it and action it, well, it's just been a waste of your time. And that's not what we're about here. So I'm really going to encourage you, even if it means you have to go back and watch some of these videos again, to take action on what you've learned. And if you're stuck, confused, well, I'm here. Just leave a question down in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Now today, my question for you is a little bit different, as I'd really like some feedback on the series and how you found it. Did you have a favorite video even? One that provided the most insights for you? Or conversely, if you thought that the content was lacking, weak, needed to do or say no, then let me know. Constructive feedback on how you found what goes down here is always appreciated. And I'd also be excited to know what series you'd like me to create next. So let me know this or anything else down in the comments. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. If you're here watching the 5th part of this series, I'm going to hazard a guess and say you kind of like it here. So why not make that official and become one of the subscribers? Hey you, I know there are lots of other content creators out there, so thank you for watching my channel. And if you found these tips helpful, a quick thumbs up on this video would mean the absolute world to me. And don't forget, there are a lot more videos just like this, and you'll find links to some of the most popular ones in the description box. But to be notified when I publish new content, and it's nothing crazy, 4 to 6 videos a month, subscribe to join the notification gang. I'm Stacey from Brazen Profit Lab, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!